Hello, and welcome to our annual enrollment presentation for fiscal year 2024. To start out with this morning, I just want to apologize for not being able to have all of you join us live. There are some technical issues that have impacted our ability to go live, but I'm very pleased to be able to present the annual enrollment information, and hopefully you'll have plenty of time to access and go through the slides, follow the presentation, and let us know here at the Commissioner's Office if you have any questions before you make your elections for fiscal year 2024. Our agenda today will talk about our annual enrollment dates, dependent eligibility information, our medical plan benefits, prescription drug benefits, some changes to COVID-19 testing and vaccines, our dental plan benefits, long-term disability rate changes, our vision hardware plan, the dependent premium hardship waiver, flexible spending accounts, our wellness programs, the importance of provider networks, and then some final enrollment reminders. Our annual enrollment dates for fiscal year 24 will run from April 24th, which is Monday, through May 12th, which is a Friday. So those are important dates for you to keep in mind. And you can do your annual enrollment from really any computer because it happens through the Benefit Solver platform. So you can do that at your convenience from home, from a public place, from your workstation, whatever is most convenient for you. Just be sure that you do it by close of business on May 12th, 2023. Just some reminders about dependent eligibility. During annual enrollment, you may add your dependent children up to age 26 for medical, dental, or vision hardware benefits. Keep in mind that our plan does have closed enrollment for legal spouses, and that's for medical and dental coverage. If you do enroll a spouse during annual enrollment and you do not have a qualifying event, there is an audit post-enrollment that will take that spouse off because we do have closed enrollment for our plan. Proof of eligibility is required for all new dependent children who are added to the plan for a July 1, 2023 effective date. Please be sure to get that proof of eligibility documentation in by the end of the annual enrollment period. Mid-year enrollment or disenrollment from the plan may only occur with a qualifying event or during a special enrollment period. Some examples include marriage, birth, loss or gain of eligibility for other health coverage. It could include someone turning 65 and how that impacts retirement coverage. And of course, on our retiree plans, there are some special enrollment periods in the fall. So let's begin today with a little outline of our employee medical plan benefits. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana will continue to be our administrator for the medical plan. So all of your medical benefits run through that company for adjudication of claims. Our benefits remain the same this year. So you'll see the office visits, the specialty office visits, coinsurance, deductibles, and out-of-pocket maximums all remain the same. We will continue to have the $0 copay for one eye exam per benefit year, and that is with an in-network provider. So no medical plan benefit changes or rate changes for fiscal year 24. I'm not sure how closely you follow the health insurance market, but it really is extremely unusual that we are now entering year 6 with no adverse benefit changes and no premium rate increases for our medical plan. So 6 years now. So kudos to all of you for being really good consumers, and also to my team for continuing to work with our vendors and with our plan members and their families to ensure that we're doing the right thing to get folks directed to the right places for care, and just to really do our due diligence to ensure that the plan continues to operate well. One minor change to our health plan this year, we are adding a hearing exam benefit for all of our plan members. And this is one, whether it's medical or preventive, one hearing exam per plan year with a $0 copay. Any additional Hearing exams will be subject to regular medical benefits. So if they're in network, they would be subject to the appropriate office visit copay. And if they are out of network, they would be subject to the out of network benefit. But that's good news for all of you who may need a hearing exam, that you do get one per year at $0. Our prescription drug plan benefits will also remain unchanged. So Navitus will continue to be our vendor partner to administer our prescription drug plan claims, and our benefit remains the same. So again, at tier 1, you have a $0 copay. At tier $0, you have a $0 copay. At tier 1, $15 for a 1-month supply or $30 for 90 days. Tier 2 remains $50 for 1 month or $100 for a 90-day supply. Tier 3 will remain a 50% coinsurance, and that does not apply to the out-of-pocket maximum. And Tier 4 is specialty medications, remains a $200 copay or 50% coinsurance if it's purchased via retail. The out-of-pocket maximum for prescriptions will remain at $2,150 per individual or $4,300 per family. So great news, no benefit changes and no premium increases for fiscal year 24. Lumicera Health Services will continue as our specialty pharmacy. So that is the pharmacy that you utilize for the $200 specialty copay. Otherwise, if you utilize a retail pharmacy, remember it is the 50% coinsurance that does not apply to the out-of-pocket maximum. A few reminders about some pharmacies that are not participating in our network. Western Drug in Bozeman does not participate, and CVS and Target pharmacies are not participating in our network. If you do choose to use any of those pharmacies, you are responsible for all of the charges. They will not apply to your pharmacy benefits, so you won't have the opportunity to just have your copay. You will actually pay the full cost of those drugs. Prescriptions can be filled at a participating retail pharmacy for either a 34-day supply or a 90-day supply. Again, that's a change we implemented several years ago, but we continue to offer it. Plan members continue to provide feedback that they do appreciate the ability to get their maintenance medications in a 90-day supply from their retail pharmacy. Mail order prescriptions can also be filled for 90-day supplies through Ridgeway Pharmacy, Costco, or MyRx. Just a reminder that MyRx will only deliver to Montana, Idaho, Washington, Wyoming, and North and South Dakota. All right, a few updates that are important as we move forward out of the COVID-19 pandemic. Many of you may already know that the president has signed the order that ends the national public emergency. So the PHE, or public health emergency, will end on May 11th. And technically, these benefits could change on May 12th. We are choosing to extend them until July 1. So effective July 1 of 2023, we will revert back to pre-pandemic benefits as they apply to testing and vaccines. So what that means to you as plan members is that over-the-counter COVID tests will no longer be paid by the plan. They are reimbursable through a flexible spending account. So if you elect a healthcare flexible spending account for fiscal year 24, you could purchase over-the-counter COVID tests and submit them to your flexible spending account for reimbursement. Any COVID testing on July 1 or after will be subject to deductible and coinsurance based on your provider's network status. And regarding COVID-19 vaccines, if they are provided by an in-network provider, they will continue to be covered at 100% of the allowed amount. However, if they are provided by an out-of-network provider, they will be subject to your out-of-network benefits. Let's move on now to our dental plan benefits. Delta Dental will continue in fiscal year 24 as our vendor partner for our dental plan. We will continue to offer both the basic and the select dental plans for fiscal year 24, and there are no plan benefit changes and no premium or rate changes for fiscal year 24. Again, we're talking year 6 with no premium increases. Your basic plan is for diagnostic and preventive services only. It has a $750 annual maximum per covered plan member. And we will continue to offer the Select plan, which provides really comprehensive coverage, including diagnostic and preventive, basic, major restorative, and orthodontia services. Orthodontia is limited to $1,500 per lifetime per covered plan member. Other select dental services have a $2,000 annual benefit maximum per covered plan member. Just keep in mind that the select plan annual maximum of $2,000 does not apply to your diagnostic and preventive services. This is an important plan design as it ensures that even if you have a year where you have a number of perhaps even catastrophic dental services and you use up your $2,000 annual maximum, let's say in July you have a lot of dental work done and you use the $2,000 annual maximum, you can still get your cleanings and your basic x-rays. Those do not apply to that $2,000 maximum. So let's move on and talk a little bit about our long-term disability plan. And this is the one area where we do have some rate changes this year. You probably recall we've talked over the last probably decade about the fact that our medical, dental, and vision plans are self-funded, and our ancillary benefits, which include our long-term disability, our life insurance, and accidental death and dismemberment, are fully insured products. And that means that we are purchasing them and we do not have the plan design authority or the rate setting authority within the commissioner's office. But I wanted to give you a little bit of background about the changes to these premiums for fiscal year 24. Because we had a request for proposal, an RFP. We've just completed 3 years of the new contract that we got out of that request for proposal. And during that request for proposal, we actually received a 23% decrease in these premiums for long-term disability. So even though we have an increase this year, we still are not back to what we were paying back in 2016 for long-term disability insurance. So the changes this year, option 1, which is the 60% of pay and 180-day waiting period, will be $5.40 per month. The current plan year, fiscal year 23, that rate is $4.54. So we have an increase of 86 cents per month or 43 cents per biweekly payroll. If you elect option 2, which is 66 2/3% of your pay and 180-day waiting period, the premium will be $10.78 per month for fiscal year 24. In fiscal year 23, that premium is $9.06 per month. So the change is an increase of $1.72 per month or 86 cents per biweekly pay period. Option 3, which is 66 2/3% of pay with a 120-day waiting period, the premium in fiscal year 24 is $13.46 per month. In fiscal year 23, right now, that rate is $11.30 per month. So the increase is $2.16 per month or $1.08 per biweekly pay period. So that is what you will see reflected as the change. If you have employee-only coverage, your long-term disability is actually paid by your employer contribution. So you would see no change in your paycheck. However, if you cover family members on your medical plan, you have the potential to see anywhere from an 86 cents per month to a $2.16 per month change in your paycheck. So we just wanted to make you aware of that so that you can follow based on your election what changes you may anticipate beginning July 1st. We'll talk just briefly about the Employee Vision Hardware Plan benefit. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana will continue to be our vendor partner administering this program as well. Keep in mind that the Vision hardware plan is voluntary and it only covers hardware. So you may recall that your vision exam, one per year, is covered under the medical benefit at $0 copay with an in-network provider. The Vision hardware plan is completely separate and it's a voluntary purchase for you. There are no changes to the benefits or to the premiums for fiscal year 24. What this plan covers is eyeglass frames and prescription lenses, or you could have contacts in lieu of your frames and lenses. You get one pair per plan year, up to a $300 allowance. It is one purchase for your prescription contacts. So if your contacts are inexpensive, you may want to buy maybe a 6-month supply or even a 1-year supply in one purchase so that you can get your annual allowance. The annual allowance for contact lenses in lieu of the frames and lenses is $200 per covered plan member. Flexible spending accounts. This is an important one for us to cover every year because, as you know, if you do nothing during annual enrollment, all of your benefits roll over with the exception of flexible spending accounts. Internal Revenue Service requirements make it a regulation that you must enroll every year if you want to have a flexible spending account. So if you want an election for fiscal year 24, you do need to get into the Benefit Solver platform and make that election. So the University System Benefits Office will continue to pay your flexible spending account administrative fees. I think this is important for us to remind you every year because there is an administrative fee for every flexible spending account that an employee in the system has. And many companies, many plans require their employees to pay those administrative fees. The university system does not. We cover those through the plan, so there is no charge to you to be able to set up a healthcare flexible spending account, a limited purpose flexible spending account, or a dependent care, which is a daycare flexible spending account. If you choose one of these accounts and you make your election, please keep in mind what is covered in these accounts. A healthcare flexible spending account covers medical, prescription, dental, and vision out-of-pocket expenses for you and your dependents. A limited purpose flexible spending account covers dental and vision expenses only. And a dependent care or daycare flexible spending account covers daycare expenses or eligible elder care expenses only. These optional reimbursement accounts or flexible spending accounts allow you to set aside a portion of your paycheck in a pre-tax fashion in equal installments throughout the plan year, which runs from July 1 of 2023 through June 30 of 2024. This allows you to pay for qualified out-of-pocket expenses for healthcare and dependent care services. Flexible spending account funds may only be used for expenses incurred on or after your flexible spending account effective date. This includes debit card transactions. I know for some of you who want to use your debit card to pay for last year's expenses, it can be frustrating because that is not allowed. But if you have expenses for the plan year that ends on June 30th, you need to use another means of payment to pay for those and then submit a claim to get reimbursed for your flexible spending account funds. Debit cards after July 1 may only be used for services incurred on or after July 1. Again, just a reminder, there is no automatic enrollment in a flexible spending account. You must re-enroll during the annual enrollment period, which will run from April 24th through May 12th, if you would like to participate in a flexible spending account. Keep in mind that these are irrevocable elections. So after annual enrollment, please check your first paycheck in July to determine if there was an error in your flexible spending account elections. And this means an actual error. This would be something like you elected $20 and it got enrolled in your payroll as $200, or there's actually an error to your election, I would actually back up a step and encourage you to really take a look at your enrollment confirmation so that you would know prior to July 1, but certainly check that first paycheck. You can't make changes to your flexible spending accounts after the first paycheck, but we can correct errors if there is a technical error to your election. Once you have your first paycheck, we cannot go backwards. This is IRS regulated, and so there is limited flexibility for us in terms of how we administer flexible spending accounts. These truly are tax vehicles. So if you elect a healthcare general purpose flexible spending account, you again are electing amounts to be withheld pre-tax to help you pay for your out-of-pocket expenses. That includes medical, prescription, dental, vision, over-the-counter medical items. If you would like a comprehensive list of eligible expenses, including those that may require some additional documentation like letters of medical necessity or prescriptions from a healthcare provider, you can go on the Health Equity website and take a look at that comprehensive list of what you can submit for reimbursement. Just a reminder, while the university system does not have high deductible health plans and we do not have health savings accounts, if you or your legal spouse are enrolled in one of those, remember you are not eligible to elect the MUS General Purpose Healthcare Flexible Spending Account. This is not an issue for the university system. This is a potential issue for you and or your spouse with the IRS if you were to do that. So we just put that reminder out there that health savings accounts do not play well with flexible spending accounts. If you need a health savings account compatible limited purpose flexible spending account, you may elect the limited purpose FSA, and that would allow you to submit claims for your eligible dental and vision expenses only. The guidelines are the same as the general purpose healthcare flexible spending account, with the exception of the limitation on eligible expenses. And again, for a comprehensive list of what would be considered eligible expenses, you may go to the healthequity.com website and take a look at that list. We do have minimum and maximum amounts that can be elected for flexible spending accounts. So for a general purpose or a limited purpose health flexible spending account, the minimum for fiscal year 24 is $120 and the maximum is $3,050. So you can calculate what that would be per pay period, and that is how you would make your elections in the Benefit Solver platform. If you have a healthcare flexible spending account balance, so that would be medical or limited purpose, and you do not enroll in a flexible spending account for fiscal year 24, and you have unused flexible spending account funds in the amount of $50 or less that are not expended by June 30th of 2024, that flexible spending account will be closed and the remaining funds will be forfeited. The reason that is set at $50 or less is because that covers administrative expenses for the account. So if you don't have enough in there to cover the administrative expenses for the coming year, that account gets closed and those funds are forfeited. So I would encourage you to take a look at your balances as we approach the end of this current fiscal year, and make sure that if you only have $31 left in your flexible spending account, that you submit claims to Health Equity WageWorks to get your reimbursement so that you aren't losing those funds. Anyone who newly enrolls in either a healthcare general purpose flexible spending account or a limited purpose flexible spending account, all of you participants who are new will automatically receive a Visa healthcare card. This is a debit card. There is no cost to you. So your reimbursement options as you go through the plan year, you can have direct deposit, you can set that up. You can use your debit card that you receive from Health Equity, or you can do a pay me back or pay my provider claim. All of those options are presented to you when you get onto the website or the app to request claims reimbursement. There's also a flexible spending account store. If you have funds that you want to use before the end of the plan year, WageWorks does have a flexible spending account store with a number of flexible spending account eligible products, and you can use your debit card to order and pay for those items online, and that is at fsastore.com. All right, let's talk a little bit about rollover funds. We've already discussed that these are tax vehicles, so flexible spending accounts are tax vehicles, and the IRS regulates these accounts. The IRS permits healthcare flexible spending accounts to roll over a limited amount of unused contributions from one benefit plan year to the next. For this plan year, the rollover to fiscal year 24 is $610. So what that means is if you end the fiscal year 23 with funds somewhere between $50 and $610 that are unused, you may roll those over to fiscal year 24. So keep that in mind when you make your election for fiscal year 24. And you want to make sure you're not electing more than you need to cover expenses that will be incurred by you or your dependents during the plan year. Flexible spending accounts are what are called use it or lose it plans. And what that really means to us is that there's risk on both sides of the equation. There's risk for you as the employee making an election, because if you elect more than you or your dependents need during the plan year, there's the potential for you to lose funds. On the plan side, there is also risk because if someone were to use all of their flexible spending account funds in July and terminate employment in August, they would not be able to, the plan would not be able to recoup those funds. Okay, so a reminder on claims submission. The flexible spending accounts may only be used for expenses that are incurred on or after the election date of July 1 of 2023, and they can be used at any time during the benefit plan year, and that includes debit card transactions. All flexible spending account claims incurred during the fiscal year 23, which is July 1 of 22 through June 30 of 23, must be received at Health Equity WageWorks by September 30th of 2023 to be eligible for reimbursement. Notice that means they must be received by September 30th, not postmarked on September 30th. So if you are at September 30th, you may want to do an online claim submission. I would not encourage you to be sending anything through the mail even that last week of September, because chances are it will not be received there in time. All flexible spending account claims incurred during fiscal year 24 must be received by September 30th of 2024 by Health Equity WageWorks to be eligible for reimbursement. The IRS is very strict on this guideline, and we are already allowing as a plan extra time for you to submit claims. There are no exceptions on late claims submission. So we've talked in detail about the medical and limited purpose flexible spending accounts. So let's talk just a little bit about dependent care flexible spending accounts. This is for daycare or eligible elder care reimbursement. This is not used for reimbursement of healthcare expenses for your dependents. This is daycare expenses. We are really emphasizing that for you because we do have every year people who elect this account who do not have dependents or do not have dependents who are daycare eligible, meaning they're over the age of 14. So do not elect this account unless you have children in daycare or unless you have a tax dependent who is receiving elder care and eligible for this fund. Dependent care flexible spending accounts have eligible expenses including things like live-in care, babysitters, licensed daycare, preschool centers, and after-school care for children under the age of 14 or for handicapped individuals unable to care for themselves. Schooling expenses at the kindergarten level and above, any overnight camps, and nursing homes are not reimbursable through your dependent care flexible spending account. If you would like to look at a comprehensive list of what is eligible under the dependent care flexible spending account, again, you can go to healthequity.com and look at the comprehensive list. Any unused dependent care or daycare contribution balances cannot be rolled over from one benefit plan to the next. So please think thoughtfully about what you will need for daycare expenses for fiscal year 24. Your reimbursement options for dependent care flexible spending accounts are either direct deposit or the pay me back or pay my provider option. There is not a debit card option for dependent care flexible spending accounts. The dates for submission for dependent care flexible spending accounts are the same as for the medical and the limited purpose. So always September 30th. For the current fiscal year 23, it's September of 23. For fiscal year 24, it will be September of 24. Okay, let's move on and talk a little bit about our Choices Dependent Premium Hardship Waiver. We have a unique benefit in the Montana University system that offers a dependent premium hardship waiver to assist employee families who have a financial hardship with the cost of their medical coverage for children between the ages of 0 to 26 who are covered on our Choices medical plan. To qualify, the dependent's family must first apply for Healthy Montana Kids for all children under the age of 19. If Healthy Montana Kids denies coverage due to not meeting Healthy Montana Kid income guidelines and the family has a financial hardship, a waiver application may be submitted to the MUS Benefits Office to request the premium waiver. If your total household income is not more than 125% of the Healthy Montana Kids income guidelines, covered dependent children will be eligible for the waiver for the plan year. The family must reapply for the Healthy Montana Kids and submit a waiver application every plan year during annual enrollment or prior in order to be eligible for the premium waiver. You can go to our Choices website and look under Forms to find the waiver application, or you can call us here at the Commissioner's office at 1-877-501-1722, and one of our staff members can help walk you through that application process. We're always excited to talk about our wellness program highlights. During fiscal year 24, we will continue to offer 2 well checks per plan year. That's a great benefit for our employees and their families around the state. They are open to plan members age 18 and older. We will continue to offer live fitness and nutrition workshops and webinars. If your campus is interested in having one on site live, please reach out and we can get that set up for you. We will continue to have our Montana Moves and our Montana Meals blog. Our Well Baby program will continue throughout fiscal year 24, and we will continue to offer the Take Control Lifestyle Management program. We will continue to offer Wonder Health, Hinge Health, Well on Target, and the Blue 365 discount program that is accessed via Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana. Delta Dental also offers us some value-added programs with Amplifon and QualSight. We will continue our wellness incentive program that is through the Virgin Pulse app. And we will have an employee assistance program. We are actually in the end stages of the request for proposal process for a new employee assistance program. So news about that will be coming soon. Our Well Baby program is a voluntary program that is open to all Montana University System Choices Medical Plan members, and you're eligible for all of the benefits of this program if you enroll during the first trimester of pregnancy. If you enroll during the second or third trimester, you are eligible for all of the benefits except the copay waiver benefit. The benefits begin the day you enroll, and enrollment is not backdated in this program. So some of the benefits of this program include copay waivers for prenatal and postpartum office visits, routine ultrasounds, routine maternity lab work, and the physician's delivery charges. Again, copay waivers are for those who enroll during the first trimester only. Generic prescription prenatal vitamins are offered at a $0 copay. You have some choices of pregnancy books or exercise videos. You may enroll in the Take Control Lifestyle Management Program, and they actually do some special work with those who are in the Well Baby program. So really an added bonus for you, just to ensure that you have a healthy pregnancy and the best delivery possible. And it also includes a breast pump up to a maximum of $300. Enrollment in the Well Baby program, like all benefits program, it is confidential and voluntary. If you are interested, we've included the phone number and the email address, and you can reach out and get enrolled in that program. Our lifestyle management program will continue to be offered through Take Control. Take Control offers comprehensive confidential education and support using a telephonic delivery method. This allows each participant to engage from anywhere and receive individual attention specific to your needs. The program includes one-on-one monthly health coaching via telephonic sessions with licensed dietitians, exercise and sports science trainers, as well as certified diabetes educators. The Take Control Lifestyle Management Program offers health coaching programs for those with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, weight loss, diabetes or prediabetes, tobacco cessation, and maternity. And again, enrolling in our programs is confidential and voluntary. We will continue to offer the Wonder Health program, which is a metabolic syndrome reversal program. This is an opportunity to learn lifestyle skills, not rules. This is a digital behavioral counseling program for metabolic syndrome reversal, weight management, and diabetes prevention. And this program includes 10 weeks of counseling. It is personalized and designed to help you with skill building. 10 weeks customized for skill reinforcement, and 32 weeks customized for skill maintenance. It is weekly, it's self-paced, and it's informative online video sessions. It includes a mobile app, skill reinforcement, and habit formation. You do have interaction with health coaches and online community for social support. This is available at no cost to you. All of our plan members over age 18 are eligible to enroll. And again, we've provided the website if you are interested in enrolling in Wonder Health. And then we will continue to offer the Hinge Health program as well. This is a musculoskeletal management solution. It helps our plan members conquer pain, recover from injuries, and regain active lifestyles. It provides a 12-week digital program which includes unlimited one-on-one health coaching and personalized exercise therapy. It is delivered remotely using mobile and wearable technology, and it is available to all of our plan members age 18 or older. And again, we've provided you with the website if you are interested in getting more information or enrolling in this program. We also continue to have access to the Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana Well on Target member portal. If you have not checked out this member portal, I would encourage you to do so. There is a plethora of information available to you here. Some of the highlights include a health assessment, a member dashboard, a place to explore your own well-being, a personalized journey with recommended activities, some digital self-management programs, interactive symptom checkers, a Blue Points rewards program, personal wellness challenges, and fitness and nutrition tracking. So you do have the opportunity to complete a health assessment, get some digital self-management programs. Fitness program visits allow you to get points. You can use online trackers. You can connect and sync a fitness tracker. And then just keep in mind that the Blue Points monetary value, if you were to collect enough points to get something valued at over $600, that could be considered taxable income by the IRS when you redeem that. Wanted to remind you that this also includes a fitness program that is available to you and your covered dependents age 16 and older. This gives you access to a nationwide network of fitness locations, and you can choose one that's close to your home, near your work, or even visit locations while you are traveling. Some of the perks include convenient payment methods, the ability to earn Blue Points for joining the fitness program, and additional points as you make visits to your fitness center. You can redeem your points for a number of products, including apparel, books, electronics, health and personal care items, music, sporting goods, and many, many more. You can use the Always On mobile app and Well on Target portal to track your fitness activity in real time. And then a reminder about the Blue 365 member discount program. This is a program that allows our members and covered dependents to save money on health and wellness products and services. So you can take a look at the website provided here and see if there is anything that strikes your interest in terms of discounts on apparel and footwear, fitness, hearing and vision, home and family, nutrition, or personal care. And then a couple of value-added programs that our Delta Dental allows all of us to access, and that is the Amplifon, which is a hearing aid benefit, and the LASIK eye care through QualSight. So these are discount programs that allow you preferred pricing on hearing aids or LASIK vision services. So you can call either Amplifon or QualSight, and there are representatives that can walk you through the program, help you find providers, and make appointments and receive your discounts. This is just an outline of some of the products and services, the way that you can access savings, some quality measures, how you get started, and then the websites that you can access if you're interested in using either of these programs for hearing aids or LASIK eye surgery. And then again, we are offering our Wellness Incentive Program for 2023. Virgin Pulse is our vendor partner that we use to offer our Wellness Incentive Program. Employees and legal spouses who are enrolled in the Choices Medical Plan are eligible for enrollment in this program. You can earn reward points by participating in wellness challenges, and you can redeem Pulse Cash for items in the Virgin Pulse store. You can also earn additional Pulse Cash by attending one MUS Well Check per plan year. So if you haven't already signed up for this year's incentive program, and remember our incentive program runs on a calendar year, so this one started in January of 2023 and will run through the end of December. One of the exciting things about using the Virgin Pulse platform is that we are able to run quarterly incentives. So the current one is actually running from April through June, and they start over again every quarter. And that's really nice for new hires who come on during the year, or for those of you who maybe have had an injury and you really weren't able to participate one quarter, but you want to hop back in, now in April for the one that's going to run through June. But this will continue to run throughout the year, the calendar year of 2023. And another thing that's unique about this program is that you don't have to use your points right away. So if you were in the program last year, you may have earned points and decided not to cash them out, they rolled over to this year, and you can continue building on your points balance in the event that you wanted to save up for something larger. I already kind of gave away the fact that we are in the procurement process for a new EAP. So we will continue with Uprise Health through the end of June of 2023. But beginning July 1, we will have a new employee assistance program with a new vendor. So look forward to more information coming out about that sometime, most likely in late May or sometime in June. The Employee Assistance Program is there to offer confidential advice, support, and practical solutions to real-life issues by assisting with personal and or work-related problems that perhaps impact job performance, health, or your mental or emotional well-being. EAP services are unique in that they are available to all Montana University System employees and their household members at no additional cost. So you are not paying any kind of premium for the Employee Assistance Program. That is all covered by the benefits plan, and it is available to all employees. So even those who do not normally receive benefits can use the Employee Assistance Program. So let's talk about the nuts and bolts of enrollment. Beginning next Monday, April 24th, you can begin your annual enrollment. We will continue to use our benefits enrollment benefits administration system that is offered through Benefit Solver. That is the vendor. We have a centralized online benefits enrollment system for all campus benefits eligible employees. You will need to go online to complete any enrollments, and that includes if you have mid-year changes such as a marriage or birth. Your campus benefit rep does need to approve that, and you do need to have appropriate documentation. You can upload your new hire and qualifying event proof of dependent eligibility or your annual enrollment proof online, and that is subject to your campus benefit rep approval. The Benefit Solver platform does store all of our historical enrollment and benefit election information. So that's really important when we do need to access some of the benefits, that we have it available to us online. If you don't want to get online on a computer, you can also use the Benefit Solver My Choice mobile app, and then you have access to all of your benefits information on the go. If you have questions about enrolling in the system, you can reach out to your campus benefits reps in your campus HR offices or call the MUS benefits office. But I do caution you that much of what you need to do during the enrollment process is handled in your campus HR offices. So if I were you, I would reach out to them first, and then if you still need assistance, reach out to us here at the Commissioner's office. For anyone who is with Dawson Community College, Flathead Valley Community College, Miles Community College, or here at the Commissioner's office, your login is the teal Benefits Enrollment button. For UM, all of the UM campuses have their own NetID login, and the MSU campuses also have their own NetID login. So if you are at one of the UM campuses or the MSU campuses, you can use your NetID and have single sign-on. All of the rest of us enroll through that teal Benefits Enrollment button. Here's just an example of the Benefit Solver welcome and login screen. If it's your first time and you've never logged in before, you need to register. If you are coming back for just another year, you will click on the login. You need to enter your username and your password. Any first-time users at community colleges or here at the Commissioner's office must register by creating a username and password. This is the member home screen. This is where you start your enrollment. This is also where you will have countdown information regarding how many days are left And it also reminds you which enrollment period this is. So it's fiscal year 24 and it ends on May 12th. The enrollment ends on May 12th. You will receive reminders if you have action required. So this could be any number of actions that you need to complete. If you're increasing your life insurance, it might be an evidence of insurability. If you're adding dependent children, it might be dependent verification documentation. If you're a new hire, it could be a number of requirements as well. So this is where you'll see that you have action required. And then again, the Start Here button for your annual enrollment. If you are a new hire who comes on between the time we begin annual enrollment and the time the new plan year starts, you need to first complete your new hire enrollment and then your annual enrollment. Just a few provider network reminders. We encourage you, particularly on your medical plan, to seek out in-network providers. You do have different benefits for out-of-network providers, and they are substantially different. However, the big difference, and the thing that always seems to catch people a little bit off guard, is that out-of-network providers can balance bill you the difference between the allowance and the charge, and it can be substantial. So in-network providers agree to accept the allowable amount as payment in full. And what that means for you is that the only thing you're required to pay is your copay, coinsurance, or your deductible until you meet your annual out-of-pocket amount. If you utilize an out-of-network provider, you can be balance billed the difference between the allowance and charge, which can be thousands of dollars. So it's really important that you do look for in-network providers. If you're having difficulty finding in-network providers, we do have a link here to the Blue Cross Blue Shield website. You can also call Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana. Please reach out before you receive services. We are much more likely to be able to help you pre-service than we are post-service. So please always ensure, unless you are in an emergency situation, to make sure that you're looking for in-network providers. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana, through their Blue Card program, does provide us with an in-network access throughout the country and even out of the country. So it's really important that you do check for network providers. Don't assume that your provider is in the network. We've had people call in and say, well, my doctor was always in the network, so I just, went back to the same doctor. It's really important that you double check that your provider is in the network. You can always reach out to your plan administrator. You can reach out to us here at the Commissioner's Office if you need help finding in-network providers. For your dental benefit, Delta Dental does have both a PPO and a Premier Network provider listing, and we have included that website as well. I do want to remind you that that Delta Dental has the networks, but the Montana University system actually has an indemnified fee schedule for our dental plan. So there is a listing in the enrollment workbook, the choices workbook, that tells you what the allowable amounts are for dental services. So we sometimes have people calling and saying, well, there is no network provider for dental in my area. So understand that the benefit doesn't change whether you use an in-network or out-of-network provider for the dental benefit. What does change, though, is that you can sometimes save money by using a Delta Dental provider if one is available, because they will accept an allowable amount, and it oftentimes is much less than what the provider typically charges for services. Okay, a few employee enrollment reminders. Again, we are running annual enrollment from April 24th through May 12th of 2023. This slide says May 13th. We will get that corrected. It is May 12th of 2023. Reminder that we have closed enrollment for a legal spouse for medical and dental. So unless you have a qualifying event that actually coincides with annual enrollment, you may not add a spouse to medical or dental coverage. Dependent children up to the age of 26 may be added at annual enrollment for a July 1, 2023 effective date. If you do nothing during this annual enrollment period, you will automatically be re-enrolled in your prior year benefit elections, except for flexible spending accounts. If you want to elect a flexible spending account, you must enroll during this annual enrollment period. Please go out and verify your beneficiaries for your life and your AD&D coverages. These are really important. I would encourage you to have both primary and contingent beneficiaries. Your primary will always be who is paid out in the event of your death, but if you and the primary beneficiary were to die at the same time, then it would roll to your contingent beneficiary. This can be very helpful for folks, particularly if there's not an estate. But that is really important that you have primary and contingent beneficiaries, and also that you do not make minor children your beneficiaries. If you would like your life insurance to be paid to your minor children, please look into setting up a trust for minor children because they cannot send a check to someone under the age of 18. The recorded Choices Benefits presentations and slides will be available online on our website by April 26th. Thank you so much for watching the presentation and for your patience and your grace as we deal with technical difficulties that prevented us from being able to live stream today. I do miss the opportunity to have all of you on live and to be able to chat with you. But know that we're here for you. Our team is ready, willing, and able to take your calls. We've listed the phone number there. If you have any questions at all about benefits or annual enrollment or new hire enrollments or anything benefits related, don't hesitate to give us a call. Thanks.